Makayla, welcome to People in Legal.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So, Makayla, for our audience who don't know you, tell us a bit about yourself and how you got to where you are today.
I own SBP Solutions. I started that in June 2025. I had not really ever been in the industry of law whatsoever. I started with hospitality and then mixing paint and running bars, and I fell into a role at another practice management company and was there for about 6 years, and finally got to a point in 2025 where I decided to branch out and start this, and it's been me chasing my tail ever since.
That's fantastic. Tell us about your business today. What do you do in SBP?
It's a plethora of things.
Yep.
A few kind of branches. So we do legal practice management. That's a big one. So step in as the firm's, internal accounts managers or finance managers when bookkeeper is on leave or you're just starting a business and you're terrified of your trust account, which a lot of people are. So we have that side and also have our training side. So we are the only Australian LEAP certified consultants, which means that we look after a lot of implementation and installations, transitions and migrations from legal practice management systems. And then we also have the automation kind of branch, which is probably the most time-consuming one, automating legal documents in a variety of systems to pre-populate conditions and knowledge and streamline that process of manually typing in data. And lastly, we are in the beta release of our own legal system.
Oh, wow.
First of all, yeah, it's in beta at the moment. We've got a few testers. So hopefully that'll get rolled out in the next few months.
Yeah, brilliant. Client-wise, what sort of size are they? Where are they based, etc.?
We've got clients in every state across the country.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real client size. We have a lot of sole practitioners that come to us because they haven't done this before. And that's fair enough. I'm doing an implementation for a 130 user at the moment. There's no real range. It's just, I suppose, whoever needs us to jump in.
So basically, if there's somebody out there who just wants to outsource the admin and the accounting, the systems kind of thing and have a trusted pair of hands look after it, that's what you guys would do.
Yeah. And look, honestly, we kind of do anything people need. I've stepped in as a HR manager when somebody wasn't able to talk to their staff. I had to lodge probate in the Supreme Court a few weeks ago and run a conveyance and put together asset liability statements. It's really whatever that firm needs. That's why it's such a hard thing when people ask, what do you do? Just whatever you need from me.
It's hard to actually get really well experienced, good staff that can kind of just reliably get things done. It sounds like the breadth of things that you do is very interesting.
Yeah. And look, it's really, really nice to be able to grow alongside people who are starting their businesses. And
Yes.
everybody who's been with me, I've been with them since it was just the principal. And now they're a 12 and 15 user team
That's fantastic.
we get to grow and be a part of it together. I think it's really, really nice. And not having that additional wage to pay every week, I suppose, for a bookkeeper if you don't need one or you've got 20 transactions a week, it's going to be hard to fill that space. So yeah, it's a weird thing to have fallen into, but ended up loving it. There you go.
It's fantastic. And how big's your team?
We're now a team of 8.
Great.
Yeah, started at just myself. Yeah, it grew very, very quickly.
Excellent. When clients come to you, is there a more common problem or a more common thing they want to do when they talk to you?
People don't tend to come to us when things are all Jim dandy. They do come when there's been a mess or trust account for the life of them, they can't reconcile, they can't find it, or their auditor has replied to them and listed a bunch of things that need to be rectified, or the zero is in a state that you wouldn't want to imagine, or that kind of thing. So we kind of do get involved when a problem has arisen. But part of, I think, the importance of what we do is that a payroll issue may actually stem from a practice management or a workflow issue.
Yeah.
So being able to kind of take that step back, that bird's eye view of not just being able to look at the problem, but then go, okay, well, why did that happen? So what steps do we put in place to not let it get to this point again?
Yeah.
We do get people when things have gone wrong, but I think that's part of the nice thing of knowing that this is where the bottlenecks start, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Work our way back from there.
It must be very satisfying when you've actually sorted out these problems for people and they come back to you and they're in a great state and they've got things running very smoothly.
It is really, really satisfying, yes. It's especially the large projects and the really messy jobs. It's a lot falls onto these principles. I suppose I've never really seen it until sitting in a seat like this
Yeah.
Never seen just how much pressure is there. And a lot of firms
Yeah.
they're like, we just run this way because it's always been like that.
Yeah.
You know, some old dude before me did it that way and we've just never changed the process. And it's so nice to be able to walk in and go, okay, well, let's nip that in the bud. That stops now.
And sounds like you got some good success stories too, like the people that start off with one person, they've been growing alongside you, which is great.
Yeah, I think it is really, really nice. It's a bit of a stepping stone what we do. It's a bit of a hard part to come to terms with, but you do have to accept that. For a lot of businesses, we are just that support in a stepping stone kind of sense for them to grow and for them to get their processes solidified and working and running and using that as a foundation to keep growing. So it's always sad to see them go, but I'll always ring it every here and there. So
As you do. And what are you seeing the trends of the marketplace now?
a lot of it is AI. Scary topic, but if you don't get on board, you kind of get left behind. Australia is a really, really different market to any other country. There are so many good products that don't exist in other countries that we kind of are spoiled for choice here. So a lot of it now, the trends that, again, AI is a lot of it, but the other bit of, okay, how do we make this better? Like it's got, something has all these good attributes, but everybody wants more. So I suppose that is a really big part of what I see is actually really, really good feedback, but it's great to be able to have that objective want for something to improve. But otherwise, I try to stay away as far as I can from looking at the news and LinkedIn.
Stuff going on there. Yeah, a lot of stuff happening on LinkedIn with news and things around AI. People, the firms you're talking to are really adopting, really embracing it. Are they using the AI that's inside their systems? Are they using the popular models like ChatGPT and Claude and those other ones as well?
Yeah, look, they're kind of doing both. So it depends on the system. If you've got an old legacy system, it's not going to have bells and whistles. But I do know firms that do use ChatGPT or Claude or any OpenAI kind of product. If they just, I suppose they are very careful with it because of the hallucination space and the authenticity of what it outputs. But there are a lot of internal systems within practice management platforms, and some of those I think are great. It's they can very much jack the price up for the system itself because of it. But I think it just depends. I don't think that anybody who has an internal system that has AI capability would go outside it just for the sake of it. But some people are very, very picky about the models of AI that they do use.
If you've got people that are using the internal systems, but you've then got people on the outside might sort of go, well, that's great, but I didn't learn that system very well. I know ChatGPT or I know Claude, and they want to use that as well as using that. If a firm's saying, this is the internal system we're using right now, it could be that they're using a practice management system or document management system with AI on top. How do they really control and make sure people are using that system versus another system?
It's like trying to tell my toddler she can't have ice cream for breakfast. A really hard thing to control. And that doesn't stop anybody from going on their home computers and going into ChatGPT. I do know that a lot of staff do use AI systems outside of what is offered regardless. And it's really just putting in place those control methods internally to go, look, this is why. These AI models, they use the client data that you have dumped in a sensitive family law matter. That uses all of that to train its models. Like it breaches our client's confidentiality. These are the ramifications. You get laughed out of court if you walk in like some poor bloke did. Get laughed out of court with hallucinated case studies. It's a hard thing to control, which is kind of why I suppose the thing that I have seen that works best is just making sure that everybody has the access. So everybody is going to do it. And it is whether or not you can put systems in place to ensure that they can access what they are trying to in a platform that no one uses and no one safe and retains the data securely. But I suppose that's a hard one.
It is. I mean, it's interesting too, because you've got bigger players in the marketplace that I think probably want to move down the market or move into the smaller sort of law firms. You've got all sorts of people. So it's a very confusing time for people to choose what kind of AI. Do we need AI? Do we need AI? Is it something useful to us? And what solutions should we put in place? How do we control it? How do we manage it?
It's hard though, because I remember going to a seminar where a demonstration was being done for an AI system that scans through family only law firms' clients' bank statements, and it categorizes by trend. It will break down risk spending and what happens to the 10 hours that it used to take the law clerks to do that and to build that. And now it took something 18 minutes and you kind of put yourself out of a bit of a job. Like, yes, it is something that is moving very quickly, a bit of a scary pace, but if you don't get behind it, you get left behind. Some client who goes to a boutique law firm that embraces AI and replaces the heavy time-consuming tasks into a fixed fee, they're not going to choose another firm that's going to take the 16 hours to comb through every statement line item when it could take 20 minutes. So it's, I don't know, it's a conversation that everyone's very opinionated on.
Yeah, definitely. One thing that people or topic that's flying around the marketplace is, do clients expect lower fees from law firms? Will it replace jobs at the entry level for law firms? How do you manage the confidential information? What are the ramifications for the people working in firms using AI? There's different opinions on things.
We tried running those questions through AI.
Great question, actually. It's funny because if I look at all those sort of interviews and things we've actually done, there's just a spread of answers. What I've seen so far is that people think that it won't remove the jobs that are out there for people in law firms because people always want a human to talk to at the end of the day if they've got a question. That's an important thing.
I suppose the difference is you can train something how to automate, but you can't train something how to interpret.
That's right.
Document the same way that you can.
That's right.
Hard.
Yeah. The thing is, they want to talk to somebody. It might well be you save time on the trust accounts in terms of actually reconciliations or finding information or in financial statements, but they want to talk to a human being at the end of the day and actually find out, like, what did you do? How did you do it? What do I need to watch out for? And things like that. What it does, it will probably lift the bar of service, like lift the level of service that people actually offer. They've kind of got to offer that better service. And they've got a better communication skills to be able to talk with their clients.
It is like a lot of it. It's like ringing the ATO and you go through the automated messages, nuts or any bank. It makes a really big difference being able to call and someone will answer you.
Yeah, it's managing the emotions and managing that communication skills are actually really key. You cannot beat authenticity in terms of communication. And I don't think you can actually understand and gauge the temperature of the room, who's in the room, the relationships between people and things. It's a heavy relationships occupation, the law.
The industry is a lot smaller than I thought. And a lot more incestuous than I thought. I swear to God, everybody has worked at the same places, came from the same places. I don't know what the number of law firms is in Australia, but I swear it's about 12.
Yeah, there's some pretty strong connections there and things. So what's the future for your firm look like? What are you looking to do in the future?
It's hard to be able to guess. We've been running for just over 12 months and I did not expect for it to land us here. We have changed and gotten thrown curveballs in every which direction. So I suppose it's really important to me to make sure that the trust is still there. So I want to make sure that we are pushing in terms of growth to be a trusted consultancy or, management system practice and not to, I suppose at the end of the day, to make sure that the people who are with us at the moment get the same support when it was just me versus the 8 of us. That is something I want to make sure that I'm actively maintaining in our future. But honestly, I'm not quite sure. I would love to sleep one day, but other than that, I think it's just, making sure that we continue to put clients first and regardless of the systems or the partnerships to maintain and to grow the knowledge and the understanding that we work for firms.
You do an incredible job and incredible service. I know that people speak very highly about you, Makayla, in the marketplace. I think what you've done is very brave, and go out there and setting up a business yourself and establish it and growing as fast as you have in that period of time is quite amazing.
We're all crossing our fingers at the moment to hear from the 𝗷𝗂𝘀𝘀 finalists. Yep, a winner for this year. So got our fingers and toes crossed, but no, we appreciate it. It's really nice.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you, Makayla, again for your time today. Really appreciate it. I look forward to your success.
Thank you. I'll talk to you soon, I'm sure.